TOW Discovery. Welcome to my channel. Sukhoi Su-27. The Sukhoi Su-27 NATO reporting name, Flanker, is a unique jet fighter from the Soviet Union designed by the Sukhoi Design Bureau SDB and produced in 1977. It is a direct competitor to the fourth-generation fighter jets of the United States, including the F-14 Tomcat, F-15 Eagle, F-16 Fighting Falcon, and F-A-18 Hornet. The Su-27 has a long range, is equipped with heavy weaponry, and is extremely agile and maneuverable. The main mission of the Su-27 is to conduct flights and air superiority missions, but it can also perform almost any combat task. From the basic design of the Su-27, many other versions have been continuously developed and upgraded to perform various missions. The Su-30 is a two-seat multi-role fighter aircraft that can operate in all weather conditions, specializing in air-to-air combat and long-range interception missions. The Su-33 Flanker D is a model of Fleet Defense Interceptor fighter developed from the design of the Su-27 and is equipped on aircraft carriers. The main differences include the tailhook and canard wings. The Su-34 Fullback is a variant focused on bombing ground and maritime targets, equipped with strong armor, an expanded cockpit, and increased weapon payload. The Su-35 Flanker E and Su-37 Flanker F are advanced air defense fighter variants with superior capabilities in all aspects, such as 3D thrust vectoring engines, powerful air-to-air radar, and long-range air-to-air missiles. As of May 2016, approximately 1,850 Su-27 aircraft and its developed variants have been produced, surpassing the number of F-15 Eagle fighters produced by the United States. 712 units. The production of Su-27 variants is expected to continue to increase in the future due to new orders, while F-15 Eagle production has already ceased. In 1969, the Soviet Union learned that the United States Air Force had selected McDonnell Douglas to produce a prototype fighter aircraft, which would later become the F-15 Eagle. In response to this future threat, the USSR established the 5-program Perspektivny Frontovoy Istrebitel Advanced Tactical Fighter. However, in 1971, the Soviets realized that the FI aircraft was too expensive, while they needed a large quantity, and the FI aircraft program was divided into TP-FI Tlazhalii Perspektivny Frontovoy Istrebitel, meaning Heavy Advanced Tactical Fighter, and Elfi Legki Perspektivny Frontovoy Istrebitel, meaning Light Advanced Tactical Fighter. The TP-FI program is similar to the US F-X program, and the F-15 is the result of this program. Meanwhile, the Elfi program is similar to the LWF program, which resulted in the F-16 Fighting Falcon and the Northrop YF-17. The YF-17 led to the F-A-18 Hornet. Sukhoi AK received the TP-5 program, and Mikoyan Gurevich took on the development of the Elfi. Since both originated from a previously researched program, the Su-27 and MiG-29 have a quite similar external appearance. The Su-27 was designed as a long-range fighter and interceptor, while the MiG-29 was designed for the role of a short-range tactical support aircraft. Sukhoi Su-37. Sukhoi Su-37 Terminator NATO designation, Flanker F Side Attack Fighter F. This is a multi-role fighter aircraft, capable of flying in all weather conditions, and is the latest version of the fighter jet based on the Su-27 model, which was developed in 1977 by the Sukhoi Design Bureau in Moscow. The new feature of the Su-37E's extraordinary maneuverability is its thrust vectoring engines, which provide both directional and speed control, allowing the aircraft to recover after spinning and shutting down at almost any altitude. It is also equipped with a fully digital fly-by-wire control system. The first flight of the first Su-37 prototype took place on April 2, 1996. When it appeared at the Moscow Airshow. It then went on to perform a demonstration flight at the Farnborough 96 Airshow. The aircraft demonstrated new maneuvering capabilities, such as the ability to pitch the nose away from the flight path at certain stages, turn the nose around 360 degrees, and recover after entering the wake turbulence by diving into the wake of another aircraft. The cockpit is equipped with 4 liquid crystal display LCD screens for strategic and navigation data, computer systems, and hands-on throttle and stick HOTAS controls for operating conditions. The pilot has a short side stick instead of a central control stick, an electronic control stick, and engine thrust control through strain gauging pressure to throttle. The aircraft's electronic equipment is manufactured at the Kronstadt workshop in St. Petersburg. The Su-37 can carry up to 14 air-to-air missiles and up to 8,000 kilograms of munitions. 12 external hardpoints can carry air-to-air missiles, air-to-ground missiles, bombs, rockets, and ECM electronic countermeasure equipment. The aircraft is equipped with a Gesh-30 130mm gun, with a maximum firing rate of 1,500 rounds per minute. The aircraft is equipped with the Vympel R-73 short-range air-to-air missile with radar guidance. The R-73 NATO designation AA-11 Archer is an all-aspect close-range missile capable of destroying targets behind or in front at altitudes from 0.02 to 20 kilometers, with a G-load capability of up to 12 grams. The Vympel AA air-to-air missile AA-12 Adder, also known as R-77, can intercept targets traveling at speeds of up to 3,600 km per hour and at altitudes from 0.02 to 25 kilometers. The Su-37 can be equipped with additional air-to-ground missiles, such as the short-range Kh-25, as 12 Kegler and Kh-29 as 14 Kedge with a warhead of 317 kilograms. Sukhoi Su-34. The Sukhoi Su-34 NATO reporting name. Fullback is an advanced strike bomber and attack aircraft from Russia. The aircraft has 2 seats and is designed to replace the Sukhoi Su-24. A specialized bomber version of the Sukhoi Su-27 was developed in the early 1980s to replace the Su-24, known in the Sukhoi Design Bureau as the T-10V, which first flew on April 13, 1990. Previously, it was officially called the Su-27 IB, Istrabidal Bombardovshivchik, or fighter bomber. It was developed alongside the 2-seat naval training version, the Su-27 Kub Korabelny Okebno Boyvoy, shipboard combat training. Although contrary to initial reports, these 2 aircraft models are not directly related to each other. The budget constraints for this new type of aircraft that arose after the collapse of the Soviet Union led to the program being cancelled multiple times, resulting in the first prototype being publicly revealed under a name and with key roles that are quite confusing. Initially, Russian officials designated it with the name Su-34 in 1994. The third model at the Paris Air Show in 1995 was called Su-34FN. FN stands for Fighter Combat, Navy Naval, and it was described as an aircraft based at coastal bases. It was also referred to as Su-30 for MFSE MF, means mnogo-functionally, multifunctional at the Max Air Show in 1999. The Russian Air Force has recently accepted the name Su-34. Its oddly shaped nose has been alluded to, reminiscent of the Senior 71 Blackbird, and the nose of the Su-34 has been nicknamed Platypus, despite its NATO designation being fullback. This aircraft has a wing, tail, and engine structure similar to the Su-27 Sukhoi Su-30, but it features a canard wing like the Su-30 Sukhoi, Su-33 Sukhoi, Su-35, to enhance stability during flight, high maneuverability, and reduce harmful drag at the nose. The Su-34 features an entirely new nose at the front of the aircraft, with the cockpit designed for two pilots sitting side by side. The Su-34 uses engines from the Su-27, but with fixed air intakes, limiting the maximum speed to around Mach 1.8. Recently produced models have thrust vectoring engines similar to the Sukhoi Su-30. Although it is introduced as a very powerful strike fighter, some experts believe that the Su-34 is still a design developed from the Su-27 based on Cold War military doctrine. When comparing the Su-34 to the American F-15E, it is significantly superior, but it still has shortcomings because the concept of strike aircraft is currently evolving. The weapon payload when fully fueled is 4 tons of weapons. The normal combat payload is 8 tons of weapons. The maximum combat payload is 12 tons of weapons with a combat radius of 1,000 kilometers, and the maximum weapon payload can reach up to 14 tons of weapons. The combat load is the maximum amount of weapons that an aircraft can carry while still being able to operate effectively, while the maximum load is the largest amount of weapons that an aircraft can carry at takeoffs, but cannot operate effectively due to a significantly reduced range. Therefore, for the same aircraft, the maximum load is always considerably greater than the combat load. Thank you for watching. Remember, like, subscribe and share.